We are live. It is New Year's Day. It's 2025.
Woo.
What's up, everybody? I'm Manny Vitale, part of the dynamic duo of Music and Mayhem. And I tell you, this is our first show, 2025. You've been away for a while because of some reasons. Me, I haven't been able to talk. And my brother has been traveling the world. So let's jump right in here. And there's the man. Skyler Ray,
Yay.
back from other lands. And of course, we cannot forget about OG in the house.
Woo. Hey,
OG,
everybody.
baby, OG.
Baby.
Man,
Here.
brother, I've missed you, brother. I've missed you because not only have and also thank you for taking us around the world with you,
Yes.
Kayla,
Of course.
Fabulous.
and
Your mom.
your ma. That journey has. I sat there. I was like, "Fuck Waldo. Where's Waldo?" I'm like, "Where's Manny going today?" Because I'm following my brother Skyler,
Uh-huh.
and
Hey,
those
let's go.
pictures, I mean, you know what?
Dude,
First
I
of
got
all,
so
man,
many cool ones, bro.
I was just
Yes,
gonna say
yes.
there's so much to go off as far as that, but before that, man, definitely want to start by wishing you and Kayla and Pound
Thank you.
Cake a very very happy New Year.
We're gonna thrive in 25, baby.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, please.
I mean,
Yes, please.
24,
Out the door.
was a blessing, and ups and downs just like anything.
Mhm.
But
But a
part
good
of that
year.
24 was
A good
I got
year.
to meet my brother by coming on the show as a guest,
Uh-huh.
and now look at us. So thank
It was
you.
it was
I love you
incredible, man.
guys.
It was incredible. Like truly, like 2024 was dope. Absolutely
Mhm.
loved it. It was my favorite year I've ever lived. Like it truly was. Like there's so many ups. Like, are you kidding me? First of all, like me and Kayla are doing good. So I got the girl of my dreams. Not only that, but
Ah,
I've had pound cake for a full year. So I have pound cake every single day of 2024. That's a win off the top, right? Um,
yeah.
Besides that, right? So, also on top of that, like it was our best tour year. We met so much like great connections that's gonna set up for like success for next year. So many excellent people to meet and go visit. So tour was the best tour that we've done for our individual tour, Road to Recovery tour. So not only was that our best year there, but on top of that, like I was 4 rows from the front at an Eminem concert.
Yeah.
Um, Dream come true. I believe I'm still on Eminem's site. If you go to Eminem.com, I believe I'm still there. If you go to the F1 pictures, the Galleria, right? Um, you can't. You. I remember used to looking at those pictures as a kid. I would see concert photos, and I was like, There's a part of me with some envious, growing green of envy.
Ah,
Like I would see the pictures, and like not that I would be like hateful, but I would see those peoples and be like, those lucky mother. Swear to
And, and,
God,
and and part of you is like, I like him more. I'm a
Yeah,
better fan. I'm a bigger fan than you.
yes, yes. And so like I would see those, and I was like, damn, all right. And then I gotta be that guy. I gotta be that guy. Like it is cool. On top of that, like the whole experience from him coming out in a chainsaw and a Jason mask, which he hasn't done in over 20 years. And that was my favorite iconic outfit that
there you
he's
go.
ever wore. So not only did he perform like rock his favorite like iconic outfit that I've ever seen him rock, but on top of that, he went through every single album besides one, played all the songs that I used to be obsessed with. On top of that, he came out and he played the most songs that any album was my favorite album, the second one, the Marshall Mathers LP, right? So
Perfect.
it was like, oh my God, like I never thought he'd perform these songs again. So that is just part of 2024, right? On
Good
top of
year.
that, we
Good
Skyler's
year.
ended,
like, he goes, he's singing to me. He is
oh
singing
my
to me.
God. Oh my God. And at the end, we ended the year with Italy, France, Africa, Barcelona, Paris. Like it was cool, man. What can you say? 2024 is great.
Hmm.
I hope everybody who's watching, I see a lot of people in here. I hope you
Already.
guys had an incredible year. I
Hmm.
know 2025, I am beyond turned up. Manny, I know it's kind of like corny. I know it's kind of like, you know, it's wild because everybody's like new year, new me, right? I don't believe
Mhm.
like necessarily the new year, new me, but I do get excited for the new year because I believe it's like a fresh start. And honestly,
Oh,
whatever motivates a person to get them running and off the ground is incredible, bro. Like I'm telling you, like this year we stripping down all the weight. I
oh
promise you
man.
that.
I tell you,
We
man, and you nailed it.
uh,
Like for me and for all I'm gonna say, it's it's a new year. It's the same me, but it's a new year and it's a better me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new
better me,
year and
baby.
it's a better My Fighter War. It's a new, a better OG. It's a new year and it's a better music and mayhem.
Yes, yes.
And we tearing this shit up.
Amen.
You know,
Hey,
it's
I'm stoked. I'm stoked, Manny. Like you have no like. I'm 2025 more motivated, more driven with
Woo.
2024's experience behind me. Right?
Good.
So all my fails, all my rough parts that we talked about, the ups and downs, I'm gonna learn from that. I'm still gonna make plenty of mistakes, but like I'm excited. Like I actually feel like now the music I'm making, like I'm a dope ass artist. And I could honestly say that.
All right, all right.
Not to toot my own horn, but for a long time,
Mm,
20 something years of making music, I never really listened to my own music because it just
huh.
wasn't what I listened to. It wasn't like up to my speed or like my expectations if I wanted to like listen to something good. And nowadays, like there's times I throw on my own records and I'm like,
There you
oh
go.
man. I mean, the
boy,
proof's
you
Perfect.
right there.
getting good.
Shit, all you gotta do is just look at the comments, look at the followers, look at the
Yes.
comments and all the things that not only are from obviously all of the people, on your pages and all that, but all around, man, from my fight, from all the other places that are, now.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows you, it's all opened up. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I go out now wherever, I'm out talking to people and they talk about, my fight I war. They talk about music and mayhem, Skyler
Mm-hmm.
Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey, let's
I
go,
mean,
bro.
it's just, and that's just like us too, man, with 2024, man. This in a couple days, in 8 days, is going to be My Fight Our War second anniversary. I formed
Is
My
it?
Fight Our January 9th of January 9th coming up. 2023 is when
Mhm.
I started My Fight Our War. In fact, here is the in 2023, I wrote this down. I grabbed this piece of paper and I wrote My Fight Our War, not knowing why, because and the rest is history. And it'll be 2 years on January 9th. And on January 27th is going to be my 5 year sobriety. And
Let's
I
go.
tell you,
January
you just
22nd,
27th,
27th.
and
27th.
you're just coming off of 6 years.
6 years, baby.
I mean, 2024 for me, just personally, I mean, ups and downs, just like anybody, you know that, brother. But the people that I have met, Danny, and all these other people here who are parts of our family, others that I have met through other people, is such a blessing, man. And for a while there, I was doubting if I was on the right path or not, and now it's just like it's showtime. It's
Yeah.
showtime, man. I found something that's just a passion I absolutely love, and like I said, man, then me and you, music and mayhem, and then now, I mean, we're flying out in was it August to Connecticut to do that event
August
with Coach
25th,
25th.
Tony,
Yeah.
with Coach
25th,
Tony.
25th. And I'm
But
gonna hop on my
that's
fight
a
or war.
Monday.
So
That's a
Is it a
Monday.
Monday?
Yeah. Are you sure it's the 25th?
That's wait. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure
we'll
that's what
fit.
he.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
got
usually,
time.
usually they always there's always like I don't want to say fight, but a fight over the town green because I usually have it on the city green, and
Okay.
so
So you got to have a
it's
day
kind of
that's available. Okay.
yeah. So it might be that. Either way, we'll pop out. We'll be out there for probably like 4 days. I'll pop out there. We'll have to record a My Fight Our War over
Yeah,
at the
well,
thing. Quick question: did you say the 29th or the 9th?
The
for
9th is his
the
second anniversary.
no,
Not
the 27th of
20
January is my 5-year.
5 year sobriety.
January the 9th is 2-year
My Fight Our
anniversary for
War.
My Fight Our
Okay,
War.
that's weird. Okay, I
Yep,
seen the
yep.
9th on there. People kept saying the 9th, so I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that. But what we definitely do is when we head out there is we'll get our dates synced up.
Yes.
So we'll be doing My Fight. We'll
Yep.
be doing Music and Mayhem. We'll be doing Coach Tony's event and meet and greets, whatever else is going
I'll
on.
have to tell
for that
Tony
day.
to take us out on the boat.
Oh, deal.
Okay.
I'll have to take us out on the
wow.
boat. Have to
Oh,
take it.
yeah.
Yep. It's good. I'll tell him to take us out on the boat. That's one thing I love doing. He takes us out there. It's a pretty cool thing, man. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited, man. This year is gonna be so wonderful.
It is. We got Belinda.
Belinda!
Happy New Year to you and your family and everyone else out there. Trisha Gibson, Lori, Rhonda. Who else we pumping out there that I missed?
Amanda.
Amanda. Anyone else here? Let's see.
We got Trisha. We got Rhonda. We got Lori.
We got Dan. Oh, and I don't know. I know you know about
Lois
where's our
too.
man right here? About where'd he go? Right there. For those of you, you obviously know, but Danny and Katie, of course, are just freaking amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
I caught wind of a video I saw yesterday from someone we both know called King Handsome about his show and his thing he's got going on for, I think it was his birthday bat or his concert and all that stuff.
Yep.
Well, a certain individual, because there's people out there that are having a hard time getting tickets because they couldn't afford it for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And a certain individual named Danny Gibson bought 2 tickets and is giving them to whoever can't afford it. So
Absolutely.
he reached out and he's hooking up 2 people. So Danny, Katie, you guys continue to just shine. And that's why I love you guys and Skyler and all that. When you told me that story about them, just like AAA, man, coming out road service for you and everything else.
AAA, baby, they don't discriminate.
There ain't no mileage limit, man. So Danny, that's pretty awesome that you did that. I saw that King Handsome.
Question for Skyler. Got a question for Skyler.
Yeah, go ahead.
From Lori from Alabama, our sister Lori from Athens, Alabama. She wants to know, how does she follow your music on Facebook? Can she follow your music on Facebook?
You definitely. Well, you could follow my artist page. See all my posts, things like that. I post on it. You could just search Skyler Ray. Lori, I will reach out to you when this live is done. I'll make sure you have my music links for whatever streaming platform you do. Also, I do post whatever I usually post on my Skyler Ray page. I post on the Skyler Davis page as well. If you guys are new to following me, my full name is Skyler Ray Davis. But I go by my stage name. My artist name is Skyler Ray. It's my first and my middle name. But my other page is Skyler Davis, right? Because Facebook asks for your first and your last name. So that is the distinction. If you follow me on my Skyler Davis page, you usually get a lot more recovery. You'll get a lot of me celebrating people's recovery. You'll get more personal updates. You'll get more with my clothing brand, my We to Recover clothing brand. And then if you go to Skyler Ray, it's more music. So that is kind of the distinguish between the 2 pages. But also, hey, what's crazy is you said 1/9. I'm not tripping, right? 1/9 is your anniversary date.
Anniversary for My Fight Our War.
Fight Our War.
Yep.
That is also King Handsome's birthday.
And he's going to be a guest on the show on the 13th.
1/17. 13th or 17th?
13th.
And
I'm gonna get these dates from you.
And for Lori, just to let Lori know too, that a lot of his music and stuff, when he's releasing stuff, I'll be pulling it and dropping it on my page as well, on the Manny Vitale page. So you can jump it on there. But I mean, to follow his stuff, I obviously do what he did. But as soon as I get, sometimes I get lucky, man. When
you get previews before they even drop,
I get previews before anybody else, man, because that's my brother.
That is true.
But no, man, Lori, I tell you what, his music is freaking outstanding, man. Him and Kayla, that first time when he came on the show, and we started listening to his music before he came on, I walked around with my phone like this with OG. I'm like, it takes a lot to make me speechless. I'm like, I go, they can't have a 1-2 punch, man. I go, Skyler's tearing this shit up with his rap, and all of a sudden Kayla comes in with her voice and just smacks the shit out of you. And I mean, Kayla, it just grabs you. I mean, you have no choice but to pay attention. It's just like, you got me, man. I mean, so God bless you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. Your music, and it's so motivating.
Thank you.
I mean, it's more than that, though. I mean, it's not just like it's not rah. I mean, it is. You know what I'm trying to say. But it's just like
it has meaning. It has concept. It has. It's not just like flaunt or brag. It's more like life stories and what I've been through, which is really cool because I get a chance to be my authentic self. I'm a, kind of a broken person who struggles with confidence, and I've been through addiction, and I'm very blessed to be on this side. So it's cool that I get to share my weaknesses and my strengths, and you guys accept me. So it's music is, man. That's how I express myself. That is the art form that I not only love but indulge in. To be able to show my authentic self, and it's a cool experience, man. I get to be me, right? And you guys are so incredible. Speaking of, like, look at Lori. She says, I'm a Manny stalker.
Stalker, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
What's that?
So Lori said, I'm a Manny stalker.
Lori is. I tell you what, I gotta fill you in on a lot of stuff was going on, man. Lori has been busting her ass in Athens, Alabama for over, I think it's 9-10 years doing her cause.
Is that who you're gonna go visit and have that burger?
Yes.
That's where we're going at Dubs. And Boston 2% took off, gave up everything, and he's there now fighting with her. And they've been putting up with a lot of shit, and they've been taking on a lot of things. And Lori has just been
an angel.
I mean, she is an angel that you don't want to play with, man. I tell you what, she will be the first one to help you up and give you a hand. And don't get her mad. And but no, God bless. I mean, she's been doing so much, and just like when I talk about you, with everything that all of us have gone through, and our setbacks and the stuff that we've gone through, and now where we're at now, a lot of people, like for you, man. I mean, no one would blame you if you just started tearing up your music and just you and Kayla. But no, man, you're doing meet and greets. You're doing all this stuff to give back and give back and back.
Yeah.
And that's like Lori in Boston. And that's one thing that when I started my Fight Our War,
are they a couple?
I said, no. They're she lives down there.
Warriors in Christ.
Yep.
Together.
And that's what I did with my Fight Our War. I'm like, listen, man, this is something that hit me hard. I'm blessed to still be alive, just like all of our stories. And just like your passion, when I hear you talking about music, you light up, man. When you talk music, I mean, you've been doing it since what, 9? You were 9?
9. I'm 34 now. So
I'm a late.
What's that mean?
Shit, I'm a late bloomer, man.
I've been wanting to do music as a dream since 9, but I've been doing music since 11. So
but yeah, man. So I mean, that dream that you had is something you've known. It's been part of you your whole life. It's been in you. For me doing this stuff is I'm a little bit older than you. I'm a lot older than you. I'm 59.
Really. Not really. You're not 59, bro.
I'm 59,
Sweet 16, man. Never been kissed.
But with this here, doing what I'm doing here, doing this stuff.
Yeah.
My fight's been around. It'll be 2 years in next week. Me doing this stuff, I've only been doing this 8 months. I mean, this is all new to me. I've never done this before. And by the grace of God, man, I've been getting good feedback from people that are, thank God, and happy with what I'm doing, which means the world to me. And then I listen and I learn from all the people, other hosts, and try to get better and better, because just like you and that passion you have for your singing and how it radiates through people.
Yeah.
The things that I've been able to do with sharing my story and my fight and all the family members at my fight and just branching out, the feedback is something I've never experienced before, and is such a blessing, man. I don't take one day of this for granted, and I know you don't either with all your stuff.
You can't, bro. Hey, you are so dope, bro. I'm telling you what, like, what you are doing and how quick you are able to get it off the ground, it is purely because of your passion. Right? When you have that desire to win and become legendary, like, it's gonna shine, bro. It's gonna shine. And that's the thing, is like, when you really want something, nothing is gonna stand in your way. Like, that's the bottom line to it. That's the
Sho-
bottom line.
And Todd, you were showing all your pictures. And I know all of you guys saw his
Yeah.
whirlwind
Mm-hmm.
vacation, which was
Mm-hmm.
incredible. As I'm going through this journey with you, I'm sitting here looking at this shit, and I was just like, man, it's like this. I'm watching what you're doing. I'm seeing your
Yeah.
face and Kayla and your mom's face. I'm seeing where you're at, and I'm remembering our story when you came on my show and
Yeah.
where you've been, and to where you are, be living under the bridge in the
Hey.
alley, shooting
Mm-hmm.
up and all that, and now your people are flying you all around the world to sing. Your people are flying, or you're
Yeah.
flying to different countries. Seeing your smile and your mom and
Oh
Kayla
yes,
sharing that. I
yes.
swear to
Yeah.
God, brother, as pansy ass as it makes me sound, I had tear many times just coming down, just watching you guys, and just
Thank you,
living
man.
through you, man. It meant a
Mm-hmm.
Thank
lot,
you.
man, because you
Mm-hmm.
deserve it. You, Kayla, your
Thank
ma,
you.
all of them. So,
It's it's scary adventure, but it is so worth it. It is
oh,
so worth it, man.
unbelievable.
Like the blessings, the reward,
Scott.
the to be able to achieve what I've been able to achieve is just it's mind boggling because like I know so many people have been at it and it's like they don't accomplish what I accomplished. And I don't mean that in a way, obviously, like I'm better. You guys know me, right? But what I'm saying is like I'm very fortunate. Like, it's like to have this dream and for it to start to pay off is like, yo, like I'm one of the
Yeah.
lucky ones. And it just makes you want to work that much harder. You're like, damn, if you really
Oh,
gotta open up doors like that for me, like not only let me come through, but like, what's that door over there? Can I knock that one down
oh,
too? You
it's like
know?
this one opened a little bit. Okay, that one open. I'm gonna
I'm already
kick
looking
that
at the
fucker
next
open.
one.
Yeah. And Scott Randall, man, happy New Year to you, brother, and everybody. Um,
Yes.
damn, I forgot what I was gonna tell you now. There's something. It was just about that. Oh, see that blender brain got me.
You got this,
Remember?
man.
Mm-hmm.
You got this. Stop wondering if you turned off the microwave. You
Oh,
good,
but
bro. You
anyways,
good.
what was it now? You know what? Doesn't matter.
It
But
does not.
you know what? Just all this other stuff too, man. With you know, seeing the comments, man, that you're getting from all these people too is just it's just amazing, man. These stories. There was another one out here. Where'd it go, man? We got
We got Matt
someone
Trevor in the
else,
building.
Matt Trevor, but someone else just had a anniversary coming
Becca.
up.
Becca
Becca.
Watkins.
Where'd it go?
Becca.
8 months sober.
Today.
8 months on the 13th. She's gonna have
On the
8 months.
Oh,
13th. Yo,
there
Becca.
you go. That
Yep.
is it gone?
Yep.
Where'd
Yeah,
it go?
it's there. It's
No,
there.
no, I just popped. Don't you run away from it, man.
Where
He's
is it?
right there.
There you go. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it's 8 months, 8 years. Because I remember I
8
saw a
days.
couple on a show I did earlier, and someone I was popping on, and they heard about my 5 years coming up on the 27th. And someone they were messaging me, asking me some things, and this guy, I'm not gonna say his name, made a comment. He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I've only been sober 2 weeks," and I was like, "That's great. When's the last
Yeah.
time you were sober? 2 weeks, man." I
Yeah.
said, "Don't ever cut yourself short. Don't ever. I mean, 2 weeks. You got to be sober
That's
2 weeks
crazy.
before you're sober for 2 days or 2 months, and then two
Mm-hmm,
years." So,
mm-hmm.
to all the anniversaries out there, man, you guys, you know,
Keep up the good
be
fight.
be
Keep up the good
proud.
fight. Absolutely. Hey, honestly, it's like, keep doing what you guys are doing. It's not impossible. It may seem impossible, but understand that
Hmm.
you are taking it step by step. You are an inspiration for somebody. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, 2 weeks, you got to start somewhere, right? We all started with 2 weeks and then we climbed to 2 years and then you almost 5 years. I just celebrated 6 years.
6 years,
Becca's
bro.
8 months coming up. Like there's a
That's right.
lot of recovery. And, I'm glad that the stigma around it is getting changed because before it was like the embarrassment, the black sheep sweeping under the rug, don't
Mhm.
talk about it, things like that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's incredible that recovery has come so far and that so many people are willing not necessarily to go against the NA traditions, but to be loud and show people that like
Oh man,
it is possible, right? It's crazy, bro. Like I had um you know that picture that I took with cakes and like the cardboard?
holding up the sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I've probably seen at least 10, if not 15 posts of people like randomly like posting my picture. And it's crazy because they all give credit back to like somebody else. Um which is whatever, right? But it's funny because like a lot of these posts have like 15,000, 25,000, 40,000 likes, like
Yeah.
thousands of comments, like each post, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And even though they give like credit to someone else, I was like, shoot, I wish they would have plugged me. It's like going viral every time I see it, like different platforms, people posting it. But it's really cool that, that they were able to use my photo to inspire others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's such a cool feeling, man. That right there is something that means everything to me. When I hear someone, when I share my story and all that, and I hear this feedback from someone saying, you know what, I didn't know if I could do it. I heard your story. And the thing is, you always hear, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Well, in our world, right now, you hit on something. It's freaking cool to be sober.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I mean, it is cool to be sober. And
It's
and
badass,
another
bro.
thing is addiction is a word. Addiction is not a death sentence. And
Mm.
we're living proof, man. But that was like you said, the stigma about all that shit. Before, if you were sober, you were like, oh yeah, you can't handle it.
Yeah.
No, screw that. Now you're sober, you're
Damn
cool
quitter.
as hell. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Damn quitter.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
man.
quit drinking. No one likes a quitter.
It's my best advantage at life. It's
Oh
honestly like
man.
my superpower is being sober, bro. I'm telling you, like I have a decent head on my shoulder. I'm kind of smart. Like not necessarily like book smarts. Like I'm not gonna know like all the history or know all this stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
man.
like really intelligent book smart. Like I know some stuff, but I didn't pay much attention in school, right?
See, that's why we got OG.
But but I am very very like smart, like street
Street
smarts,
smart.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
like you know, I know when I'm getting haggled or anything like that, or I know how to maneuver like a lot of real life situations. And I take it as a blessing that I'm sober because like this is honestly like my purest form, my like that like my prime, my top form. There is no better other form of Skyler Ray than when Skyler Ray's sober.
Oh
Mm-hmm. There you go.
man.
Like, you know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like you can't make a better Skyler Ray. I
Dude,
can learn more stuff, this, and that, but like hugest advantage in life is being sober. Like that's the game changer right there.
it is so good. And, people, I'm sure they'll ask questions about being sober, getting sober, how to feel this, that, and everything else. And I've had people ask me when they hear my story about when the doctors all came in my room that day and they said,
Mm.
hey, listen, all your organs have just are shut down and you got less than 6 weeks to live. Hospice taking over your care. You're going to die. And people are like, how'd you feel, man? Did you scream, cry? Were you yelling? Were you praying? Were you, panicking? And I had nothing, man. And they go, you weren't scared. And I said, the only time I got scared, and as crazy as it sounds, is 7 days later while they were taking blood, not telling me why. And it was because my numbers were fluctuating and they couldn't figure out how that was possible. And on the 7th day when they came in and they're like, your organs are all functioning within normal limits and you're going to live.
Yeah.
And they made a comment. They said, but don't even think about, looking at a bottle of liquor or,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but hearing that, I'm like, that's the only time I was scared when they said you
You've
can
never
never
touched
drink.
liquor since, huh?
I haven't had a single drop since January, like whatever was right before that,
Yeah,
when I went into the ER. But no, I've never had anything. But that was the only time I was afraid. I was like, that's all I know. How am I going to live? I don't know how to act at a party.
It was
I don't
scarier
know how
knowing
to
you were
act.
gonna live but can't have drink.
Yeah, I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I
That's
can't go out
fair.
with my buddies. I can't go out with my friends. I can't go to the bar. I can't go watch a game. I can't go to the casino. I can't jump on my Harley and go to
Go
the club.
golfing.
You know,
You instantly think it's
yeah.
over. You instantly think it's over. Like, well, what
I'm
do I
like,
do in life?
I thought my life was over, and I was just going to stay home and just be one of those little trolls in the basement. And the next thing you know, like you just said, the best you is now. All of a sudden, each day, all of a sudden, I'm feeling better physically and emotionally. And next thing you know, I'm back into the gym again. I'm training harder than ever. And here I am,
That's
59,
dope.
man. I'm working out hard as sober as can be. And it's just like
Yeah.
you
Game
said,
changer, bro.
man, the best part, it's the authentic you. I
Yeah.
remember when you first came on the show, and it's something you said to me about being the authentic Skyler Ray and being you and the real you, and not only in your actions, but your music. Because you told me, I'm sure you remember this. You said,
Mhm.
dude, I'm sitting there, at 16, fit, whatever. You're rapping about, banging all these, strippers
Women's and
and flying around
threesomes
in
and
your
chains and
Corvette and your
Lamborghinis.
Mercedes and your Lamborghini. And you're like, I'm living under a bridge, or
Yeah.
whatever. And
I'm
then all of a sudden you start
taking a bus everywhere, and like,
taking
you
your
know what I'm
bus.
saying?
Yeah. But then you said you started singing about you. And all of a
Mhm.
sudden, Skyler Ray, so I'll never forget that.
Man, it's the
Mhm.
truth. It's the truth. The best thing you could offer is yourself, and that's what I try to tell people, especially artists, but I guess it can apply to anything in life, right? That it just by being yourself, right? There's no one else can do you like you.
Right.
Nobody in this world can do you like you. They might be able to do a lot of things better than you, okay? But like being yourself, like no one could offer my story. No one
Mhm.
could
Yeah.
offer what I've been through and my heart and my feelings and my emotions attached to my story, right? As long as my growth and like the steps that I've took to prevail, that is genuine. That is genuine. And when you are genuine, people can relate to it, right? Because if I'm rapping about, you know, threesomes in the back of the club and Lamborghinis and chains and, pounds of dope and all these different things, like you may think it's cool and you could listen to it and like it sounds good. But how many people could actually relate to that level? Like what,
Mm-mm,
maybe some
mm-mm.
sports
Exactly.
stars? Like maybe like you're getting down
Yeah.
to that 1% they talk about. Like who's really doing this? Not very many people, right? And
Mhm.
so it's like if you want to build a connection with your audience, if you want to build a connection with your people and find your true like supporters, like you be yourself and see who raises their hand and be like, I can relate.
Yeah.
See who
And
raises their
see,
hand and be like, oh, that's me. Right.
yeah.
And then that's when you start building it. And that's why I tell people, be yourself. Like, I know it's cool to follow trends. I know it's cool to do this. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, success has already been paving. You just got to follow the road. You don't got to be like, take your own route. Right. But do it while being yourself. Because then you have nothing to
Mhm.
apologize for. You have nothing to
Yeah.
apologize for. You have nothing. I go to bed with a clear conscience. I go to bed with a clear conscience. I don't feel like I'm representing myself in any type of way I'm not, or any type of feelings that I don't have. Right. So it's really a cool thing, man, to put out an image and you're like, that's who I am. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool.
And,
And it's freedom. It's freedom, right? I pop out. I don't have to like. You see, like a lot of rappers, and I'm not gonna say rappers, that pop out aren't, are. It's not possible to be who. Like to be a gangster and portray all like this tough guy image or ladies man. There really are real gangsters out there making
oh
music. There
yeah.
really are
Oh yeah.
ladies men that will snatch a girl. There really is like all this stuff, right? But it's nice to not have to pretend that if that's not who I am and be able to pop out and just be a goofball because I've never tried to be anything different in my recent years, right? There's a freedom. There's freedom to not having a facade. It's not exhausting. It's not,
Yeah.
it's
And
cool.
then you're
It's
going to
cool.
find out who's true to you. You're going to find out who your real friends are, who your real family are. You're going to
Yes.
have all those ones who want to troll on or be there and tag along when things are going great. And if you're living this phony lifestyle, but like you said, well, the things start hitting the fan and start going south, and you start making decisions that maybe people following you don't like. And all of a sudden
Yeah.
they're like, well, screw that. be yourself, and then see who's still with you. That's who your true family and friends are, man. And that's like with me. I do the same thing you do, man. As soon as this camera shuts off, I'm the same asshole that I am off camera that I am on camera. You know, and that's what and that's just it. So it's just like people ask, I'm like, hey, I'm no different. And you know, and you nailed it. As long as, because then you don't have to sit there and remember, what did I say? How did I act? What did I do? You're being Skyler Ray.
I grew up a fibber. I grew up a fibber, an exaggerator. Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of runs in my family, some fibbers, you know? And so it's like, you want to tell stories that seem cool or for acceptance.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, how did that go?
Oh, especially when you're half in the bag, you're just like, you tell that story 3 times, it's got 3 different endings. You're like,
3 different endings. And you're like, wait, did I tell it like this with this person? Or like you told it with one person and then told it with a different person, different way? And then they're both in the same room, but the third person wants to know the story. And you're like, how do I spin this to make it seem both correct?
Oh,
you know?
That was me, brother. I mean, there were times, man, you get yourself in, trick bag, and you're just like, you're screwed, and you start coming up with this bullshit, and you think that you're all slick, and you think that oh, I'm getting away with this. You ain't getting away.
Which is crazy,
because
because
one thing we found out is you can't lie to an addict. You can't lie, because we will fucking call you out.
We know. And that's the thing is, like, Dan, I'll address your comment in a second. But just like, we've all been around liars. We've all been like, oh, here they go again. Here they go spinning this. But then we think we're unique and slick with our shit, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, they haven't heard this one. Yeah, I've done that before. It's like, I told that story a year ago, man. I got you.
Crazy, right?
What do we got?
It is crazy. So be yourself out there. I see my man Kenny in here. Kenny, absolutely love you. Hope all is well.
And Caleb.
Absolutely. I see them in there. Dan, yes. Probably this weekend. I am feeling better. I got my energy back. Let's meet up, man. When I get off, I'll talk with Kayla and see what day works. And if there's a good day that works for you, message me this weekend. I know we have to run into town and run some errands. So, and I would love to be able to get you the coffee. You don't have to get me coffee. I would love to get you coffee. So, thank you for everything, Dan, for sure. We'll definitely meet up. 100%. Let's get it. Let's go, baby.
Hey, Belinda, I just saw you coming up here. Belinda, just begin. And yes, it is. It is. And with all of you guys, man, we are all doing this shit together. And, we all said that, this isn't an I and me. This is an us and a we thing. And, with me and Skyler, man, he's talking about, his tour with having Kayla going here, doing this. And, before me and him started doing our stuff with Music and Mayhem, and then we started just gelling with our show that we're this, and then different things. And next thing you know, we're airport buddies with Kayla, and we're flying out here. And now it's like, all of a sudden, it's like without even planning shit. It's just like all of a sudden, he's like, all right, we're going to fly here together. Now we're going to do this event. And now we're going to do this event. It's just like this, it's just like, it's just formed this amazing family. And it is so freaking cool. I mean,
it really is.
It's just something that I never dreamed that one day, me reaching out to you on here, sending you a message, say, hey, listen, man, I see your show. I'd love to have you a guest on My Fight Our War. And just left it at that. And next thing I know, I'm like, hey, OG, we got a message. Hey, he said he's in.
I'm in, baby. I'm in.
It went from that to all this. And man, I tell you what, the things that people don't know about that we've been discussing behind the scenes that we plan for the future, the upcoming year. And I've been trying not to say too much because I'm excited too about it, but it's just like feel like a kid on Christmas morning. It's just like we got things happening, and between all the traveling here and here, that's cool. But now it was like I said, with me and you, all of a sudden just flipping the script, and now it's just building into something so much bigger. And it wasn't something that was like this big thing that we tried to do and tried to piece together. It just happened.
Nah, when you don't force it, it works.
Yeah.
Don't force it.
Yeah.
Don't force it. Never force it. Like, it is. you ever do something and like everything's like not working out, but then you force it and you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't meant to. Like it's kind
Let
of
it go.
lame, right? You go through it and you're just like, like I
Yeah.
sacrificed a lot to be here and like it didn't meet my expectations, right? That's why it's like you can't force it. I've learned that. Kayla always tells me don't force it. I've tried to force so much stuff in the last few years, and I get it because of my force, right? Because like no one else, like wasn't supposed to happen. Other people didn't want me to have it, or it just wasn't as welcome or inviting because like I wasn't supposed to be there or something. And then I show up and I'm like, don't force
Mm,
it.
And
mm,
Makes sense.
it does sound so silly. It's like, well, don't force it. If it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to be. We all hear that. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
bullshit. But it's so true.
so
It is
true.
so true. Just like, if me seeing, your page, your music and all that stuff you did, and, seeing it after the fact, I was like, why didn't I reach out sooner and all this shit? Because it wasn't meant to be
right.
It
then.
wasn't meant to
It
be.
was,
It wasn't.
that'd say, man, it's God's will, God's time, not mine. And
Yeah.
now the blessings that I thought which were amazing at the
Yeah.
time, now are just enhanced. And
Mm-hmm.
like
It's
seeing everyone
crazy.
else. And that's just like with the rest of you guys, man. With your, with our, we were discussing our stuff, the 2024 and going to 25. But shout out some of your stuff, you guys, as far as what 24 that you started, maybe started building on, that you're
Yes.
gonna explode into in 25, man. What are some of
What
the
what are,
things
what
that
are some
you guys?
highlights? What are some
Yeah,
highlights from 2024?
20.
Also, what are some goals that you're looking forward to accomplishing in 2025? Make
Yeah,
sure
come
you
on,
guys
man,
drop
share them
them in
with
the
us.
comment section. Absolutely. Belinda,
Definitely will do.
I appreciate you. Absolutely no rush. If you need the mailing address, just let me know. I'll make sure I get it to you, Belinda. Absolutely love you. Yeah, you know what's crazy about like the as we wait for comments to roll in, which we will
Hmm.
definitely read them.
Definitely.
But you know what's crazy? So like me and Kayla talk about that. It wasn't supposed to happen. Like, so we met each other in our lives where we first talked. It's funny because like I was with like my cameraman was like trying to shoot a shot at Kayla, and Kayla was like, "Nah, I'm not. I don't want to date nobody." And me and Kayla would just laugh, right? And we're like, "Yeah, we definitely don't want to date nobody." Like, we're like, "No thanks, no thanks." And that was my mindset when I got out. Like most guys' mindset when they get out, you know what they're trying to get right when they get out, right?
I love
And that
that
probably goes
story,
for anybody.
man.
It's probably not just a guy thing. You've been
Yeah.
locked up, you get out, you got one thing on the mind, right? But my thing when I got out was I wasn't worried about that. I didn't try to have sex with anybody. I didn't try to date nobody. I wasn't rushing to try to get a girl. My only number one goal was to get back into the music and stay focused and make shit
Mm-hmm.
happen. That was my number one goal. I had vision boards all around my little place that I lived at. Walls were surrounded. My door had it on it. I was so focused when I got out, right? And it's funny, but that's how like they say sometimes you find love when you're not looking for it, and that's kind of how it happened, right? Because here's the thing. So when I first met Kayla, she lived off a place off of 23rd downtown Portland, Oregon. And the crazy thing, and that's when I moved in with her. We stayed down there, right? But here's the thing: the place that she lived at for a few years was her next door neighbor, not the very next door, but one neighbor down. I used to pull up there and sell dope to them.
Oh, jeez.
And so
Next
the
to the
same
neighbor.
cul-de-sac that like Kayla lived in and would park her car, I would always park my car in that cul-de-sac and go sell to the neighbor. So I wonder how many times we might have seen each other, how many times she might be seeing my car, or I seen her like pulling up, or her looking out her window, or you know what I'm saying? And just to think, like, I'm so glad we never talked then because 1,000% it would have not have worked. I didn't learn my life
Exactly.
lessons. I didn't learn how to treat women properly or how to value them yet. Which took some time to reflect. And when I was in prison, I sat there for a couple years reflecting on how I treated women in my past, how I was unfaithful, and how that made me feel, and it didn't make me feel good. So my whole priorities and morals has shifted and changed as I developed into a better man while I was in there. So that would have never, ever, ever would have worked out, and that would have possibly ruined a great future, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very, very lucky. Do we have
You know
anybody's
what?
stories yet?
You know
Oh,
what?
go
Just
ahead. Go
real
ahead.
quick, that just reminded, like you just said about, thank God that she didn't see you then, and if she knew
Yeah.
then and all that. That's like I tell a lot of people now that only know me from the start of my fight, from like
Yeah.
2023, January 9, 2023 till now. Only know me this part of me, and they're like, very nice, very positive, nice accolades and things that they're saying to me, and
Yeah.
hearing these stories, and they're like, "You're this, you're that," and I'm like, "Thank you," and I'm like, believe me, if you would have seen me 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, the guy that I didn't give a shit, I would have lied to your face. I would have,
Yeah.
I would have I would have punched you in the face. I didn't care. I mean, I,
Yeah.
relationships, I didn't give a shit. Faithful, what was that? It's a word, but
Yeah.
it's like back then and now how just things change, and it just our lives open, and the thing is, it's real because back then it's like you try to change, you try to lie to yourself, but you fall right back into it because you don't mean it. Just like if
Yeah.
you're in recovery or sobriety, man, how many times, oh, I'll never do that again. But
Still
Yeah.
makes
when
me.
you finally get to that point, like we reached, and all of us here, have reached, it is the most uplifting, uh, freeing, energizing feeling that
It
I
truly
can't
is.
explain. It's amazing.
I didn't become a man till I was 30. You know what I'm saying? Like it took
Mhm.
all those experiences. I feel like I'm still a baby of a man. I very much
Oh,
am. I'm a man with not very much,
oh,
experiences as being a man. You know what I'm saying? Like it took a lot to get here, and I'm grateful for it. We got Dan Gibson. He
I
said,
was
"Let's
just gonna
go."
say,
Yep, 2025, being clean and healthy and spreading as much love as I'm
Mhm.
allowed.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
everything you've been
Yes.
doing, Dan, you are on the right track, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, and earlier I saw Katie's comment. You guys, I see comments
Oh,
popping up over here. I don't get every platform. Katie is or was in the building, and she said she also bought 2 tickets as well. So that was 4 tickets total. So
That's
I know Wo
wonderful.
appreciates
Mhm.
it. You guys, like it's so hard to sell tickets to a show. It is. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's stressful throwing shows when you got your own money tied up and you're investing it. And it's like, am I going to break even? Am I going to do this? And I know Woe's the type of person that appreciates it. And Woe's one of my best friends in this world. So, Dan, Katie, thank you for showing love over there. It means the world to him. And on top of
oh,
that, it means a lot to me. It could look, I got friends all over. I got friends in many places now, and it's
Mhm.
really
oh,
cool to see people show up for each other that don't know each other, that haven't met each other. And thank you guys for all looking out for each other. It's
yeah.
a
That
beautiful thing.
video was. You gotta check it out on what was on his
Facebook.
on yeah, this page, man. I was just flipping, all of a sudden I saw it, and the volume came on, and I heard him say, "Shout out to Danny." Then I heard him say what he did, and it was just like,
Fabulous.
there we
Yeah,
go, let's go.
it's
You
cool.
know,
It's cool, man. It's life is a blessing. Don't block your blessings, guys.
Mhm.
Um, grow into your path, and growth happens from errors and mistakes, so don't be afraid to fail, and understand, like, you didn't really fail as long as you keep going, right? And
Mhm.
so
yes,
it's really like a mindset that you got to take forward. You got to understand it, like the human body, right, is when you break a bone, it grows back stronger. Am I right, OG? You know a little bit
Mhm.
more
Yep,
about health,
yep, 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 yep.
right? It grows back stronger, right? So
Yep.
an error, a failure, a mistake, you fall, you break your bone, it grows back stronger. It's the same sense, and with our soul, our spirit. That's our life experience. We come back stronger. We're literally
definitely.
talking about the human body and resilience.
Mhm.
Oh
Correct.
man,
So
Correct.
and you nailed it too. And I always say, just what you said, man. There's only one way to fail, and that is to quit. As
to
long
quit.
if you stumble, you may
It's okay.
fall, but you didn't fail. As long as you get up, you will fail as if you don't get up. You will
If you
fail as
don't
if
get
you
up.
quit. But you nailed it, man. As long as you don't quit, you will never fail. So
I
that's
like
what we're
that.
doing, man.
I like that.
Well,
And that's why I tell people, hey, if you love some, you do it. It's not about being the best in the room. You know, you just got to be willing to outwork the person next to you. And so, like, I always tell people, you have to start somewhere. I basically rapped off beat for 20 years.
I
You know what
remember
I'm saying?
Taylor.
And now it's
Taylor
like,
told you.
I'm not the biggest rapper. I'm not
She-
famous, no way, sense of the word. But I have found success, and I
Yes.
do make enough to pay my bills by doing what I love, and you know, and I'm able to build a great foundation that is buildable, to continue to scale this. I'm at the very bottom level as coming to like an artist that's making it off his music, but I have made it on that level to show me that success is possible. And on
Mm-hmm.
top of that, like I said, it's the foundation years, right? You got to have a foundation before you build your house. That house will come, but
Mhm.
I'm finally laying down the foundation year. There might be another year left in the foundation, right? But then I can start building and you know, building that the mansion, not necessarily like mansion in real life, but like spiritually, like
Yeah.
career wise, right? And so it really is a unique experience, man. It's like a video game. I'm just trying to figure out how to reach the next level. And I will, because I
Oh,
won't quit. I won't
uh,
quit.
brother, I mean, you know, looking at your
Yeah.
foundation 10 years ago was crumbling in what, a jail, or it was crumbling
Yeah.
underneath the bridge. And
I
now
was
that
gambling, my life in
foundation,
shambles.
yeah, and now your foundation is taking you to Spain, to
Uh,
Brazil,
Yeah,
um,
wherever.
you know,
Yeah.
and not only
Tunisia.
that, man, but you
bro,
know,
it's been
your
beautiful.
music, oh, it's just freaking
And it got me
awesome.
this little pretty thing.
Okay. Hey, where's Susie? Susie's taking the night off. I think she's a little pissed.
Yeah.
Susie.
Uh
Hey, there's pound cake.
huh.
Oh my goodness.
I love that dog.
Oh
Love that face.
man. For you guys don't know this, but I today's show, we're gonna do music and mayhem. And of course, you know, Blender Brain here. I'm doing all these other things. And here we're gonna go and do the show. And all of a sudden, you know, I go, oh shit. I forgot that I made plans. I had to do some stuff with my mom, blah, 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 back and forth. So I shoot Skyler a message. I go, listen, man, let's go a little bit later. And I got this. I got a text message from Pound Cake.
Yes.
Uh
And this is
If you can.
that's the picture.
huh.
Pound Cake sent me a message and says, "You think you're gonna play cakes like that? No, man. The show must go on." So
The show must go on.
uh, not only do
That is
I get
baby.
I got pulled, man. Not only do I got Skyler Ray's number, not only does he call and text me, Pound Cake calls and texts me.
Yes, indeed.
There she
Come here,
is.
mamas. Come here. Cut my pocket. Let's go.
Oh, this is just too freaking great, man.
She's, you know, the good thing about having her is like, it's always sad when you're on vacation and you have to come back,
Look at
right?
that.
But I'm so happy because I get to come back to her. So it's always something to like look
Love
forward
that.
to. Like she has
Love
been
that.
such a
Right?
snuggler and lover and just,
No,
ugh.
I was just gonna say what you didn't see it. Well, yeah, but how she like cuddles right up and looks at you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing. There's pictures that I got with Susie. I'll be laying there and she just puts her paw around my neck and she just same thing. That's
I
freaking.
love the love. Look at that.
She's so
You know
beautiful.
what?
Like,
Hey, you think you would have enjoyed this moment 10 years ago? You would have
no,
been
no,
screwed this.
no, I
Now
definitely wouldn't have.
Now
She's
you're like,
like,
I can't wait to get away from freaking Spain so I can see Pound Cake.
you know, I missed her the whole time. Like it's funny because I stalk her. We have a camera, and I just stalk her all the time, see what she's up to, and just, you know, it's she's my daughter, so like it's my family, and it's
Just
always a blessing to
Belinda,
come back
just
to her.
here we got Belinda. Look just love her face.
That's right.
Uh-huh. She's sleeping now.
Oh,
Aw.
she's out. Well, she just said, yeah, until Manny just freaking yelled. Look at that eye. She's just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Hey,
Such a
Susie the
good
Wonder
dad.
Dog.
Susie the Wonder Dog is
She's not paying attention.
She's laying under the
Yeah.
table. She's done. I tell you what, though, every time, the last 4 times I've come in here, as soon as I turn on the studio and the lights, she jumps right on the table and she lays like right here. And
I
then
bet
starts
she
biting
does.
on all the cables.
Mhm.
But
I bet she does.
man, I
She's
am
crazy.
so freaking looking forward to heading out your way. And we're already looking at flights and stuff to come out to you. And
Are you?
then yeah,
What
yeah.
or
I
did
mean,
you somebody I seen I saw Brenda Parent mention something about Hands Across the
oh,
Bridge.
Yeah. How far is that?
September.
How
Is
far
that
away
far
is
from
that
you?
from you?
I've headlined that show for the last 3 years.
Oh, hello. Are you going to be there?
Yeah,
I believe so. The committee switched it up this year, meaning like committee members that usually choose it. But
Yeah.
they're
she's
gonna let
on
me
it.
know.
And
But they have reached out to me and mentioned that they're pretty sure they're gonna go with me for headline again.
that's
Oh,
cool
So
good
because
deal.
she
That's September, right?
yeah, that's what she just reached out for us to come
yep,
out there and do
it's
that.
usually
So
Labor Day. Labor
September.
Day.
Labor
I
Day
think it's
weekend.
usually the first Sunday. I believe it is of
Yeah.
September.
Yep.
That's September
So
7th then.
that's not far from me. So that's Vancouver, Washington.
Yep.
I live so Vancouver, Washington, there's a bridge that connects to Portland, Oregon. There's a bridge that takes you across and I'm on the outskirts of Portland, about maybe like 30 minutes away from Portland.
Oh, okay. Good.
So
We
it's
got
not far at all.
Oh, we're going to see you one weekend and then 2 weeks later, we're going to see you again.
because then we're doing that.
That's August
Oh
25th.
yeah, with Coach Tony.
Tony.
But we still got to figure out. We got to. Oh yeah, we'll just do the studio too. When you're there, when we're
On
in
the 25th,
Connecticut,
yep.
we'll just shoot over to the studio and do the stuff there. Plus,
We
we
might
got to
we
sell
might
it.
be able to shoot it. Hey, we might be
We
able to
got to
shoot a couple
sell.
episodes while we're there.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We could do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just. I'll talk to
That way,
Matt and
he can
Ian.
pop them in and out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
Woe just messaged me. He is live. He's watching the live too. So
Whoa.
All right.
So
All
shout out
right.
to
And
Woe.
I tell you what, he sent me.
King Handsome.
Well, I hope you got my message
King
because
Handsome
he
in the
sent
house.
me
King Handsome?
some what that he had. And where is it? King Handsome. Bam. Ah.
Hey, let's go.
I mean, he's tearing it up. So I can. Oh, and did you see him yesterday? He like you sharing his travels of
Yeah.
last
New
night.
York.
New York,
'Cause
man.
I'm in
He,
New
man, I tell you what.
York.
Well, I was just like, oh hell no. And I don't know. I gotta get the story from him because he's like, man, he goes, some dude just told me to shut up. And I was just like, oh,
Don't do that.
I mean, but people were just like trying to squeeze through. I was like, no, no thanks. But
Too much rain.
so whoa, man, thank you for sharing that too, man. It was pouring rain, man. I'm watching them out there singing and dancing and doing their shit, and it's just pouring.
Yeah.
But
It's-
man, I don't know. I just wanted to throw this out there. I'm sure people have saw on the media that absolute freaking terrible event that happened in New Orleans, where that asshole that rode in and killed. Last I heard, that started with 10 confirmed, now 15.
Did you see a few hours after that thing that happened in Vegas
with the car? I mean, now come on, people, man. We got
the cyber truck blowing up at Trump's hotel.
Yes,
Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly, man. So with all those people, man, to all of those people, those victims, their families, and their friends, God bless you, man. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of you, and if we could, all of us, man, send up some prayers to all these people.
We want peace in 2025.
God bless
please.
them, man, and everything.
Peace.
For everyone in
Peace
New
and love.
Orleans, everyone to that person in Vegas, and everyone, man. In 2025, these people made it 3 hours. It was like 3 a.m. when all this, I think, happened.
Yeah, I think it was.
They made it 3 hours into 2025, and they're so. I just wanted to, give a shout out and God bless them and send some prayers. But and we'll just keep on pushing along, man. But
absolutely.
But I cannot wait though for every time I see that when I'm in New York when we're doing our show, and I go upstairs to the studio and the cell. I'm like, yes, Skyler's gonna be singing up here.
I will.
In the
I will.
prison
Guys,
cell,
Yeah,
say
we'll have
it
to.
here.
We'll have to
exactly.
figure something, bro. Like,
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
usually I go down there for like 4 days. I'm not sure what coach's schedule's like. Last time I was down there for like a week, and then he was like super busy. So I don't know what we're gonna do this year. I know some things have changed over there for him. But I'll probably at least be there for like at least 3 or 4 days. Which I know for like a day we can just go to the studio and tear it up, do some stuff,
Yeah,
Yeah.
film,
we'll
shoot a
do.
couple episodes. Like we'll figure it out, bro. Like
We'll run
I'm
and do some
stoked. I'm
remotes.
stoked.
You
You
know, what we
know.
could also do is I'll talk to AJ Galante over at Champs Gym, where he's got all the fighters over there. We could
Yeah.
probably, I'm not going to assume anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
but those guys are great, man. So we could possibly do some stuff with them as well. I mean, they're
Yeah.
always good to go.
Why not?
We'll
Yeah.
reach
Well,
out.
we
We'll
could
all
also
talk to them.
while we're at coaches too event, we could probably because I always have the merch table set up, so we could probably sit down and we could probably do a music and mayhem episode while we're live at the event too.
Exactly,
You
man.
know what
Excellent.
I'm
We
saying?
could do
So
Excellent.
we'll do them all, man. We'll coordinate our days together.
yep,
So we'll try. If you're there 3, we'll be there 3. We'll
yep,
try to work out the same thing because I know you're gonna be. You got responsibilities too, but we'll work it out.
yeah, yeah.
We'll definitely
We'll
take
work it
care of
out
it.
100%, 100%. Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. And then possibly see you back here for Hands Across the Bridge.
Oh,
Absolutely.
we're in. We're
Which
in.
is like a cool event. And then on top of that, well, I don't know how long you guys are gonna be out here, but usually right after that, we do our big Recover Out Loud with 4D. Usually on the first Friday of that month, which is in Portland, Oregon. Which I think we might have Kalichi coming this year. I don't want to overspeak. Nothing's been confirmed. Nothing's been so wipe that from your mind. But it's
Tentatively.
gonna be
Tentatively.
a cool event. Last year we had Futuristic there. So the year before that we had Casey Makes Music. It's a really cool event. So there is some events coming up that week in Portland, Oregon, in the surrounding area.
Cool.
So you never know what the future might hold. But like if you guys did come out this way, we definitely kick it. I would transform my office, get it set up so then we could do a couple episodes here. We could do some fun stuff, man. We could definitely do
We'll
some
do
fun
it.
stuff. It's gonna be a dope year, and we'll probably run into each other
A
around the
number
country.
of times.
That's just it. Whether it's wherever the events that we're going to plan
Yeah,
together, it's just the way this universe is working right now. I mean, the last 2 times we happened to fly out on the same date at the same time to different states. So it's
yeah.
just like shit was meant to be. And
It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. I could see us doing like a music and mayhem, and definitely in Connecticut at the event. I could see us
Mm-hmm.
obviously heading over to the studio, shooting the video, doing episodes for My Fighter War. If you
damn,
guys come down for the Hands Across the Bridge, I see us
yep.
doing plenty of lives together. Like it will be dope, bro. It will be dope. Like I said, it's about to be incredible. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. I'm looking forward,
Yeah.
and you get a chance to meet Pancake.
Oh
So
my goodness
Damn.
gracious.
Well, I tell you what, man. Man, brother, I tell you what, I'm so glad that this worked out. We finally got back on track, and you're feeling better, and I can talk. And
yes,
this was awesome. And thank all of you guys for popping on and for your comments and your all that and your support.
you guys are amazing. Thank you guys.
Without
Let's make this a good year.
without you, this would be nothing, man. So
Mhm.
thank you guys and I love you, brother. And tell Kayla, what's up. And I'll get what is today? Today's still
So
Wednesday.
they still Wednesday.
I'll
Today's
I'll,
still Wednesday.
I'll give you a call sometime tomorrow, and we'll talk about some of the other stuff we were discussing,
Yep.
and we'll go from there.
All right.
All right. I love you, man.
All right, love
I'm
you,
staying away
brother.
from the end button. You got to end it yourself. My hands are
I'm
right here.
good.
Oh,
All right.
also shout out to
Oh, that's
Joseph
right.
for
Show
doing.
some egg.
Hey, hold on. You can't. Hold on.
Egg. There you go.
Can you see it a little bit?
Okay, there you go. Right there.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow. All right.
Yeah. So
There you go. Good
shout
job.
out to
I
my
know,
man
man.
Joseph.
I tell you, I need some ink therapy as well. So maybe we'll work some out there too.
Hey, got to see my man Joseph. I'm telling you, like, we're gonna see each other. There's no point in even telling you. We'll see.
All right, brother. You
All right,
have a
man.
great one. I love you guys, and we will be talking soon. And I guess that's it, man. Chat. Hey, tell Pound Cake. All right, we out of here.
Bye now.
Love you too, man. I appreciate you. For some reason, I can't hear you.